The moment the man took a sip of what was called the water of life, he was instantly teleported into a desert. Even worse, whether it was diving into a pool or just touching water, the water in his mouth turned into sand. The second he came into contact with it, he was immediately sent back into the desert. The man had suddenly been teleported to the desert out of nowhere. Finally, he found a small stream. He bent down, just about to drink. He was instantly thrown back into the desert again. He was convinced this had to be a curse. He walked over 8,000 kilometers and made his way back to that same stream. This time, he got smart. Instead of drinking, he simply stepped over the water. Thanks to his persistence, he finally reached the edge of a highway. Right then, a car approached. A kind driver stopped and offered him a ride. He even gave the man a bottle of iced water. Thirsty and exhausted, the man gulped it down. As expected, he was sent straight back to the desert. Now he was truly furious. After yet another long trek through the sand, he was completely worn out. Luckily, he stopped another passing car. To his surprise, it was the same kind-hearted driver. This time, the man refused the bottled water, no matter what. Soon, he finally made it home. Then, he heard a dripping sound. Just hearing water made him crave it. So he poured himself a glass. He dipped his pinky in and took a tiny taste. Nothing happened. Maybe the curse was lifted. Confident now, he began drinking the water freely. He couldn't resist the refreshing taste of life again. But just because justice comes late, doesn't mean it won't come. Suddenly, he was teleported again. This time to a busy city street. In his head, he heard a voice. At last, he understood how to break the curse. Just then, a woman passed by. He asked her for a drink of water. Sure enough, the woman vanished. The man laughed with relief. Finally, the curse had passed to someone else. This story reminds us, goodness brings kindness, evil brings suffering. When someone asks for help, offer what you can. But if you ignore them or worse, treat them cruelly, then fate might punish you too, just like it did to him.